be known as the return of Luis Figo. Zidane! The greatest player in the world. Lightning strikes at the Bernabeu. Oh, that's right out of the top drawer from Barcelona. You are watching one of the all-time greats at the peak of his powers.
Real Madrid fans applauding.
Gareth Bale! Iniesta! This is the game that is going to be remembered as the Lionel Messi match. Cristiano Ronaldo with a platinum touch.
Yes, it is a fixture graced by football's greatest past and present. The biggest club game on the planet is about to take centre stage at the Santiago Bernabeu, with Spain's big two prepare to go head-to-head once again. And it just wouldn't be complete without this man, of course, Lionel Messi, starting on the bench for Barcelona in this one. Will he, though, play some part in this star-studded event alongside the likes of Luis Suarez, Neymar, Gareth Bale and, of course, Cristiano Ronaldo? Let's just confirm those teams for you. Real Madrid, the home side, Rafa Benitez going for this. Keylor Navas in his first ever El Clasico. Modric and Kroos anchoring the midfield, which means that Isco and Casemiro are then on the bench. James Rodriguez back in this game, and the BBC are back as well. Benzema, Bale and Cristiano Ronaldo. What about Barcelona? Of course, the big question would be, was Lionel Messi in the starting lineup, or would he be on the bench? It is, in fact, he is not involved. He's on the bench right now. Luis Suarez, Neymar and Sergio Roberto leading the line there. Rakitic and Mascherano back in the starting line up for this one as well. Now, as always, this fixture does have a huge impact at the top of La Liga. Barca beat Villarreal last match week to go 3 points clear of Real Madrid. That was after they lost to Sevilla. Rafa's men will, though, go to the top of the table with a win this evening. But could the champions leave the capital with a 6 points advantage? We shall find out this evening, and we'll do so in the company of two men who have first-hand experience of El Clasico: former Real Madrid player and assistant manager Aitor Karanka, and the Barcelona legend Thierry Henry. Welcome to you two, gents. Aitor, you've played in 6 of these. You've been on the touchline in 17 for Rafa Benitez. Of course, it's the very first time that he's overseen an El Clasico. How does it feel to be on the touchline in this game?
I think it's an amazing game for everybody. So if you can enjoy it as a player, it's amazing, and obviously as a manager, it's much more pressure because it's the game of the games, and I am really pleased because looking at the team sheet, Rafa played with the main team, with the players who like to play. So I hope that we can see today an amazing game.
Can the players play without pressure in this one, Thierry? Luis Suarez said that it's a game that every single player dreams of playing in. Was that the same for you?
The pressure is always there. Whenever you wear the shirt of Real Madrid or Barcelona, you always have that type of pressure. And when you play the Classico, it's a different story. How can I put it into words? I mean, if you have like a Juve Milan in Italy, then Italian football does stop. Then if you have a Liverpool Man United here, then in English football that stop. But when those two teams are playing each other, the world of football that stops. So you know that everyone will watch it. So if you don't perform well, everybody will know that you don't play well, and if you perform well, then obviously you will be the star of the game. But it's very difficult to not be under pressure when you play that game.
We're so used to Lionel Messi being one of the stars of this game. Of course, he starts on the bench in this one. Does that affect Barcelona? Do they need him to beat Real Madrid, do you think? I
think everybody in Barcelona know how important is Messi for them, and they know that when he's on the pitch, everything is different. But now he's not on the pitch, and the first 11 is amazing, and they know that he's on the bench and he's ready to play anytime. So I think it's going to be a big game, and I'm looking forward to watch it.
Yeah, it's interesting that you almost come into this wondering whether they actually needed him at all, because Luis Suarez and Neymar have just been so outstanding in his absence that missing him, we almost haven't missed him as much as we expected to. They've scored 16 goals between them since Messi has been missing, since the 26th of September. In some ways, do you see the Messi injury as a blessing because it's forced other players to step up and take responsibility, Thierry?
Well, that's the point of having an amazing squad and having those two guys around. What it does is when Leo is on the field, don't get me wrong, he's a magnet. He will attract the ball and you give him the ball sometime without thinking. But those two guys did respond well, as you can see. I was joking with a friend of mine the other day. I was like, it's always the same thing. Suarez, Neymar, Suarez, Neymar, Suarez, 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 Neymar. It seems like they're embracing their role. But like I said, Eto'o, you play with the same type of guys. When they are on the field, you play with Zizou. When he's on the field, you always look for them. When Messi is on the field, you tend to always look for him. But when you have the likes of Suarez and Neymar around, you also can give them the ball, as we can see.
What about Rafa Benitez? Because he comes into this game under pressure. If you look at the table, they're in a good position. They're only 3 points off the pace in second place. But he really is under pressure. Just how big a game is it for him personally, do you think?
In Real Madrid, you are always under pressure. I think Real Madrid is the most demanding team in the world. We were speaking before. In Real Madrid, it's not enough to win the games. You have to win the games. You have to play well. And now they are 3 points above Barcelona, and everybody knows that today is an important game, because if they don't win the game today, it could be 4 or 3 points, or another 3 will be 6, and will be dangerous. So Rafa is under pressure, like everybody in that position, but he knows he was working to get that chance, and he's now trained his best.
All right, brilliant. Yeah, that's right. Don't win today now. 6 points off the pace. Not long to go now for this one. The Real's best ready themselves for club football's biggest game. El Clasico is coming up next.
Sponsored by Bet365.
What do you think?
Oh,
I got it today.
Wow.
Look.
It's got a life of its
How it
own.
moves.
But look what I got today. Check it out. Teasers.
What is it?
It's little pieces of Maltesers in smooth milk chocolate.
Oh, I want one. I'm so jealous.
Try Teasers, little pieces of Maltesers immersed in smooth milk chocolate.
White or black, serious or smiley, turkey or goose. At Carphone Warehouse, we live to compare. 2 or 3, in store or online. So only we can give you impartial advice across the network's phones and offers. For the greatest choice this Christmas, see Carphone Warehouse. We compare, you save.
Nicholas St. Wenceslas here, CEO of Christmas Limited, at our new tax-neutral headquarters here in the Christmas Isles, where the lax health and safety and generous environmental laws mean we've been able to focus our attention on finding the true meaning of Christmas.
Start talking now!
And using it to make a sled load of cash.
Nobody likes Christmas limited.
More snow!
So have an unlimited Christmas with Meteor.
The new BMW 2 Series Grand Tourer has everything you'd expect in a BMW-designed 7-seat family carrier. Style. Technology built on future thinking. Enough room to cart an army of kids. But most importantly, that feeling. The new BMW 2 Series Grand Tourer. Available with a typical APR of 3.9% as part of our ultimate sales drive.
Scandal from the very beginning.
We're lawyers, but this is not a law firm. We solve problems.
Manage crises, save reputation.
It's not about solving a crime. It's not about justice. It's about our client.
I worry about you with him.
I worry about me too.
I love you.
They will gut you and everyone you know.
I'm the thing that needs to be handled. I'm the scandal.
Seasons 1 to 4 of Scandal. Available now with Sky box sets.
They say she's exquisitely crunchy, sweet, and juicy.
Tried her yourself, have you?
Of course not. How could I?
Well, you don't know then.
Pink Lady, naturally irresistible.
Excuse me, is this yours? Commencing manual inspection.
There's something in there! Turn around!
Are you guys seeing this?
Do you recognize her?
I've never seen that woman before in my life.
Why's your name tattooed on her back?
Who am I? How do I know how to do all this?
It's a puzzle. It's just the beginning.
Sponsored by Bet365.
Yes, two fantastic games available for you on Sky Sports this evening. You can stay across both of them using Sky Go, or you can press the red button on Sky Sports 1 to watch the matches side by side in HD. Here on Sky Sports 2 and Sky 1 as well. The former Real Madrid defender and assistant manager Aitor Karanka and Barcelona treble winner Thierry Henry are with me as the players now begin to walk out onto the pitch. How does that moment feel, Thierry?
You can't even describe it. I used to love to play the Classico away from home. It was always for me extra special arriving there and thinking that you can beat them at their place. But it's just, you know, everybody's watching, so you can't do any mistake. Everybody will see it. There's nothing better than that. You know they're going to be an all-star atmosphere and they want you to fail. So, you know, it's a special moment.
How important is home advantage in this one?
I don't think it's an important thing now, because this kind of games always are different, and everybody now, I don't think they are. Obviously, they look at the table, but it's more about the momentum. And now Barcelona seems that it is better, or Madrid is playing at home, and they have to try to win the game.
Thierry, Ronaldo has been criticised so far this season for not really turning up in the big league matches. What do you expect of him this evening?
I think the way they play this year is not suiting to how he likes to play. Rafa Benitez plays a certain way. I don't think it does suit the way Ronaldo plays. But I think I find that weird and stupid sometimes when people are having a go at Ronaldo or Messi, because you know we should be here trying to enjoy what they're doing. And I know ultimately because they give so much that sometimes when they don't perform, people are always asking why they're not performing. But I think, I don't know if you agree with me at all, but those guys did something that I've never seen, and I don't know if we're going to see that ever in the game. So I think he's still the man, maybe not tonight, but he's still the guy. And you have the both best player on the field, well, not on the field actually tonight, but Ronaldo is still the man for me, for Real Madrid.
As you can see there, the French flag has just been unfurled. Of course, coming into this game, last week's events in Paris was in everybody's minds. We're just going to pause for a minute's silence in respect of the victims. It is time now to get you straight over to your commentary team for this one, for the first El Clasico of the season. Terry Gibson and Rob Palmer.
Florentino Perez and Mr. Bartomeu, the presidents of the two sides. Andres Iniesta, the captain.
right, we're just having a small issue contacting with Terry and Rob right now. Looking at that Real Madrid lineup, Terry, of course, there was so much pressure on Rafa Benitez to really throw everything forward in this game and to come out and attack. Is that what you're seeing in that lineup?
Yes, he's having a go. I mean, you're obviously going to look at your strong players in this type of game to perform. I don't know if he's going to play 3 in the middle or like that flat. I just want to see, but we were talking about it, Aito. I just think, is he going to have a go, try to put pressure on Barcelona early doors? And we all know how Barcelona usually plays, and it's the same thing. Obviously, Leo isn't playing, but Roberto is in. So what do you think Benitez is going to approach that one today?
I think Benitez wants to play, like we say in Spain, face-to-face against Barcelona, to try to beat them with the possession, because you know, when you have in the middle of the pitch a player like Modric, Kroos, and who's the other one? Kroos, Modric,
and James. It looks like it's going to be James.
Yeah, and Bale and Cristiano and all of them. So Benitez this season played with Casemiro sometimes against Atletico Madrid and the other big games. So it seems like he wants to play with the ball. He is playing in Bernabeu, and I think he is taking the pressure to play.
And how important do you think it is for Cristiano Ronaldo specifically, but also for the team as a whole, that Benzema is back in that starting lineup?
It is vital. It is vital because Benzema is key for the way Cristiano likes to play. I don't think Cristiano likes to play as a 9, being the front guy, and Benzema can play on the right, can play on the left. He's very good. He can score a goal, he can assist, but most of all, what he does is, because of his movement, he will create space for Cristiano and on the other side for Bale. And that's why I think they've been missing Karim Benzema recently, and he's back, and let's see how he can help Cristiano.
All right, let's get you over to the commentary team for this one. Kevin Keatings and Jerry Armstrong.
So we're underway in the Classico, and the atmosphere absolutely sensational, as you would expect. And out here tonight, starting Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, James Rodriguez, Neymar and Suarez, the 5 most expensive footballers of all time, playing at the same time for the first time, at a total cost of £367 million. It's going to be feisty, and Jerry, it's going to need a strong referee in Fernandez Borderland.
Well, the antics has already started, Kevin, with Suarez making a meal of a challenge from Ramos, and have a look. He wins the ball cleanly, but Suarez has gone down, and he's trying to get a little bit of sympathy from the referee. And he pleads his innocence, Ramos, but you can see there the way they press when the ball was with the back 4 with Barcelona. That's the key for me. They start fast, usually, Real Madrid, especially in these Clásicos. Suarez has done his team a little bit of a favour because he's taken the pressure off and got them a free kick.
Rafa Benitez got his strongest front line out. It's not been the case, of course, in recent weeks, but Ronaldo, Bale, Benzema, all in place. The big news, team news for Barcelona, is that Lionel Messi, who's been out for so long, is back in the squad, not in the starting 11, but available on the substitutes bench.
Well, we could never have expected him to start, Kevin, after being out for 7.5 weeks. And I think that's the right decision. He's a great player to have on the bench, and certainly will want to make an impact. And I think he will definitely start this game.
No way through there for Ronaldo. Touched away by Rakitic, only as far as Modric. Now Varane. Looks as though he's the permanent partner alongside Ramos. Certainly the first choice centre-back pairing for you now, Jerry, Ramos and Varane.
Was always the first choice for me, because he was the future when he came in a few years ago. Great pace over the short distance, long distance, good on the ball as well. Just lacked a little bit of experience, but he's been playing in the national side, and you know, he gets better every game I watch him. Rafael Varane is class.
Well, class etched all over this fixture. Marcelo, Ronaldo tries the trick, looks to buy himself a metre space, claims a corner.
He gets the corner. Very positive start, which is what we expected. Kevin has said at the start, this is the sort of thing they're going to do. They're going to press this back 4. That's how you play against Barcelona.
First Classico for Rafa Benitez, and his side on the front foot. Ramos can't meet that. Piqué did. Here's Marcelo. James sees the cross blocked by Alves. Now Modric. It's too much for Benzema.
Well, I think with the exception of Carvajal, I think this is their strongest side, Kevin, and they've had a lot of injury problems, but he'll be happy, Rafa, that he's getting his best side back together again. He's had James Rodriguez out injured, Benzema's been out, you know, Bale's been out, they've all been out for one reason or another, but this is the real Real Madrid you're going to see tonight.
First opportunity for Neymar to run at that Real Madrid defence. Been in brilliant form lately. In the absence of Messi, he and Suarez have certainly been amongst the goals scored between them. Barcelona's last 17 goals.
I think he's been sensational, Kevin. You know, he took the mantle on from Messi. We wanted to see someone take that on board, and he's done it really well. And top goal scorer in the league. Done a fantastic job.
23 years old, Neymar, and already signs that he's going to be a leader and will be the winner of the Ballon d'Or, according to Ramalho, a very experienced Brazilian coach, the man who gave the nod to Neymar and his family in which club to join. He said yes, Barcelona is the perfect fit, and it certainly proved to be the correct decision. Here's Piqué. Now Sergio Roberto's taken his opportunities well this season.
I think he's had a great start to the season, and certainly it's taken him 3 or 4 seasons to get in and establish himself, but he came in at a right back position, did fantastically well, surprised me, playing in midfield. He's playing a little bit more advanced. I don't think they're going to play a front three. I think he's going to play as a right-sided midfield player.
Well, usually this fixture produces an early goal. Last 4 Classicos has seen a goal inside the opening 7 minutes. We're in the 6th minute now. Dani Alves. Mascherano. Jordi Alba. Classico, of course, arriving just after the international break. A lot of these players have had a great deal of travelling to endure from their respective countries. It can play its part. This is not just a physical test, it's a mental one too. Piqué drives the pass beautifully into the path of Alba. Fed in early to Suarez. Here's Neymar!
Great play, Kevin. Excellent play down this left-hand side. Fabulous one-touch layoff, and well, the shot from Neymar, I think we expected better, didn't we? And certainly, this is what it's all about. Alba's pass in, lovely layoff. He's a good target man, Suarez, and he's leaning back Neymar as he puts this one over the crossbar. Knows he should have hit the target. Oh, mistake.
Taken on here by Benzema. James looking to get up in support. It's an excellent challenge from Dani Alves. Good recovery there.
Well, I'm not sure Benzema's 100% match fit. Piqué will be happy that he got away with that mistake.
Bale's header looking for Ronaldo. Dani Alves in charge again. Here's Rakitic. Sergio Roberto. Alves. Bit of room now for Ivan Rakitic. Sloppy return pass from Sergio Roberto. Both Real Madrid and Barcelona in the early weeks of the season saw a
A number of their rivals in the Primera Division start off well. Celta Vigo, Villarreal. Just hit the buffers a little bit, those two. And Real Madrid and Barcelona currently 1 and 2 in the table. And head-to-head here at the Bernabeu. And it's Ronaldo. And it could open up here. And it's a strong hand. And it needed to be. It was important for Claudio Bravo. Alves. Sergio Roberto. Barcelona with this different style to Real Madrid, not as quick as they move the ball through the various compartments of the team, as usual patient possession style. Then they look in the right areas to up the pace in that final third. Busquets. Alves forever offering width. Definitely applaud Jerry from Luis Enrique to do this, to just try and play at the tempo that Barcelona want, because Real Madrid are not a team that like to get shaken out of their rhythm. They like to play at a much faster tempo. No, they do, and it's a tactical point that I'm sure these two managers have not experienced before, because they've never come up against each other before. As Piqué's on the ball. First time in over 6 years there's been two Spanish head coaches in the Classico. Taken on invitingly here by Sergio Roberto. Suarez onside! Luis Suarez fires Barcelona ahead in the Classico. Sergio Roberto with a surging run and the assist. And Luis Enrique and Barca hit the front. It's a burst of pace from Sergio Roberto, Kevin, through the middle. And you can see the defenders dragged out. Sensational pass, and Suarez does what he's done well this season. This Neymar Suarez combination has been superb. Now watch this. Sergio Roberto picking up the ball. Great acceleration, and he releases it just at the right time. Varane plays him onside. Outside of the right foot as Ramos is getting back. And he bends it in the far corner. Brilliant goal. Cut and thrust. First blood to FC Barcelona. Wonderful finish from one of the very best. International duty has not dulled his senses. Well, it was more than 9 minutes for the first goal, Kevin, but it was worth waiting for. Sensational football. And the gauntlet is thrown down. Here's Benzema. It's the first time Real Madrid have been behind at home in the league this season. Well, you know they've not been beaten at home in the league or any competition this season, so lots of pressure on them. But if it's going to be an early goal, you've got to come back from, Kevin, there. I think they know where they stand. Suarez, beautiful turn. Danilo covered well against Neymar. Iniesta. Now Piqué. Busquets. Jordi Alba. Plenty of room here for Javier Mascherano. Good run by Neymar. I'm watching it, Kevin. Do you know what? Neymar's coming out wide and he's slowing the game down at a pace that suits Barcelona, as we said earlier. But then all of a sudden, somebody will make a little burst. There's a little 1-2, and they're cutting thrust. They're just trying to get in behind this Real Madrid defence, and they've done it once and got a goal. And I think that's the tactics now for Luis Enrique. Some miscontrol.
Ronaldo closed down well. Here's Alves, Sergio Roberto.
Gotta say, that's got to be the biggest assist from Sergio Roberto I've seen in his career. And we're just praising him and saying how well he's done this season.
Iniesta. Oh, great pass. Onside. Sergio Roberto. Barcelona threatening to open up Real Madrid again, and Rakitic wasteful.
Wow, Kevin, that's a chance, you know. I know the angle was tight. Might he have been better having a shot at goal? Certainly tight. He's little pirouette back, teed it up for Rakitic. What a pass this is from Andres Iniesta. And coming in behind Marcelo, thought he might have had a go. And then Rakitic blazes it way over the top. But this is what I'm saying. Slow, 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 and then suddenly that one pass that's getting in behind the back four and creating an opportunity.
Jordi Alba. Now Busquets. It's been his usual elegant, efficient self. Holding midfield role. Nobody better in world football than Busquets. Reads the game so well.
Look, Sergio Roberto coming deep again, Kevin, and makes an extra midfield player. And I think they're not getting Modric on the ball enough for Real Madrid. Well, someone's gone down injured. Is it Mascherano? Groin. Now, he had a groin problem about 3 weeks ago. That's not a reoccurrence. That would be horrible if that happens to him. You can see he overstretches just there as James Rodriguez. Well, he maybe caught him on the follow through as well. Yeah, he did. Maybe it's just a straightforward kick and not the groin that he had the problem with 3 or 4 weeks ago.
And that's what Luis Enrique will be hoping. It's just an impact injury here. It's a key component, of course, of Barcelona's challenge, not just today, but for the whole season.
Well, this is the burst. Again. That's the burst, Kevin. That takes 2-3 players out. Have a look. And the Barcelona supporters in Miami are celebrating. Well, all over the world they'll be celebrating. This is Shanghai. Christian Kernberg was there earlier. You can't see the celebrations.
Just have been 1 or 2 Barcelona supporters in that shot in Shanghai, but mostly wearing the white of Real Madrid. Mascherano seems ready to come back on.
That's good to see. He's world-class central midfield player, holding midfield player, but Kevin, he's done the job for years now, filling in as an auxiliary centre-half.
Here's Iniesta, nothing to his right, so finds Jordi Alba. Neymar available to his left.
Well, that was wasted a little bit for me. Had a pass on his left side and didn't use it. Real Madrid still haven't really settled down and got the rhythm for me 17 minutes into the game.
Here's Gareth Bale. Has been a big man for a big occasion. On the pass. Bale again. Sweeps a lovely looking cross in.
Oh, look at this behind, Kevin.
Dani Alves was the defender involved.
Well, he was clashing with Ronaldo. Both of them went down long before the ball came in. As that sweeping cross came in from the right-hand side with the left foot of... Now let's look at it from here, close up. Well, he's got both his arms wrapped around him. He goes down very easy, though, for me, Ronaldo. But you can't put your arms around a player. And I think Dani Alves knows in a straightforward leap between the two of them, he's going to lose out.
that was so risky from Alves.
Totally unnecessary. If the officials saw what we saw, it would have been a different kettle of fish. And Senor Borbalan obviously didn't see what we saw.
Mascherano, Alba. Ronaldo, of course, has Piqué back with Bravo. He's not wanting to kick long. Real Madrid trying to force and harry Barcelona out of possession as they look to play out from the back. Here's Rakitic.
I think that's the way forward. They've got to press, but they've got to do it collectively. And there's a player down, Kevin. Referee's seen it, and Dani Alves has put the ball out of play. It's not going down too well with the fans here. I think it's Jordi Alba. It is Jordi Alba. But you've got to press and squeeze as a unit. The front three have got to do it better. I know they're not 100% fit. They haven't had 100% match play. And that's a nothing challenge, really. It's a 50-50 Gareth Bale. Maybe catches each other's studs, but much ado about nothing for me.
Here's Piqué. Just in case you've joined the Classico late, glad you've managed to pull a seat up. You're more than welcome to the biggest game in the world, club football. And Luis Suarez has Barcelona in front. He then gives it away to Danilo. Modric, James, quickly. Now Toni Kroos. Danilo keeping his place at right back. Dani Carvajal's had his injury problems this season. Fit again, but only on the bench. A reminder, Lionel Messi back and on the substitutes bench for Barcelona. Varane clattering into Suarez, who didn't like the attention as Varane seemed to rake down his Achilles.
Well, there's contact, but I don't think it's as much as... See, that's not down the back of his Achilles. It's caught on the outside of the boot. And I think, again, for me, Suarez is making the most of the situation. He's milking it big time. Who would be a referee, Kevin? Fernandez Borbalan, you have got your work cut out tonight, senor.
Piqué drives it long. Suarez will inevitably give chase. Keylor Navas doing that sparkling form for Real Madrid this season. Team with the best defensive stats in the Primera Division, and a lot of that's been down to Navas.
You see penalties, he's made fantastic saves, but I just don't think they've got going. The front three for me have not really made any impression yet.
It's a big call from Rafa Benitez because Benzema has been out, as we know, for the last 6 games.
Six weeks nearly, yeah. I think you've got to play your big name players, and obviously if he's fit, 100% fit, match fit. But that's the gamble.
Gareth Bale himself is only his second game back after 4 matches out. James, Ramos, approaching the midway point of the first half. It's taken away by Ramos, and that spells danger. Neymar, referee looking to play advantage. Now we'll call it back for the free kick, and it will be a yellow card for James Rodriguez.
Well, it was a mistake by Sergio Ramos. That square pass was poor, and I do feel that James did what he had to do. He's not the quickest, and he's square, he's on his back heels, and he's caught him. Certainly a free kick for me, definitely a free kick. And I would think probably a yellow card as well, yes, looking at that action. Haven't seen much of Neymar. He's not had many opportunities to run at defenders, and good opportunity, this free kick. Navas has got to get his wall sorted out. It's a 3-man wall.
Might just have been a call there from Iniesta to Neymar to think that this is close enough to really test Navas. Good angle for the right foot of Neymar. Strikes it to the far post, and Navas had read it all the way.
Kevin, Suarez is trying to get a little touch on that. He comes across that line of the ball. Have a look at it again. Look, he's just trying to get a glance, and he's only a couple of inches away. He gets a touch on that, and I tell you, it's in the back of the net.
Barcelona will be more than encouraged by their present status in the Classico. And more attempts. One that's counted for Suarez.
I think technically they've got it right as well. Certainly Luis Enrique, and here's Iniesta.
Rakitic. Sergio Roberto! And there was a chance to double Barcelona's lead.
What a chance, Kevin. Snapshot. He's got to get his knee over the top of it. Play continues. That's a really great chance for Barcelona. Free kick following Karim Benzema.
Rakitic escapes a yellow.
Okay, let's see that chance later, Kev. That was a real good opportunity.
Free kick to Real Madrid. Rakitic looking perplexed about that decision. Here's James. Now Iniesta. Suarez just trying to poke it into Neymar, who would have been offside anyway. Now Bale. Surrounded by 3. Busquets timed his challenge perfectly. Given away by Suarez. Looks disgusted with himself about that. Ramos. Modric. Marcelo takes on Sergio Roberto. Blocked by Alves. Toni Kroos. Danilo's header harmless.
Well, I can't really remember any efforts on target. And what's this? Is it Mascherano again, Kevin? It is. Is it the groin? Oh, Kevin, he must have stretched it as well as got the impact. And I think it's going to have to be a substitution. Mathieu is already stripping off to come on. That's got to be a reoccurrence of that groin injury from 3 weeks ago. And that's a shame. Real shame. This is the chance. In. First touch. Poor defending from Modric. But what's Modric doing? Picking up in the centre of the penalty area, and Sergio Roberto should have got his knee over the top of that.
Do you know, Jerry, if it had been Neymar or Suarez in the position Sergio Roberto was there, they wouldn't have been looking to knock the surface off the football. They would have just stroked that side-footed into the corner.
That's two players who've been scoring goals for fun over the last 6 or 7 weeks.
Well, that's a great disappointment.
Awful.
Not only today for Barcelona, but that looks like another spell on the sidelines for Mascherano. So Mathieu comes on. No Marc Bartra available for Barcelona here, so it was a straight choice whether it was Vermaelen or Mathieu. It will be the Frenchman coming on now to partner Piqué.
Well, at least he gives a height advantage, which they haven't really been struggling on, certainly the way Real Madrid's played in this first 27 minutes, but he gives them a little bit more of a height advantage. But he can't read the game like Mascherano, and he doesn't make the challenges I think that Mascherano does. Look at this, playing out to the back.
Very nearly lost possession there. Busquets under pressure from Kroos. James! Smart stop down to his left from Bravo.
Well, that's the first time that we've seen that trying to play out from the back, they were put under pressure and they were in trouble there. Sergio Roberto's having a great game. There it is, there's the pass in. The Busquets, he's caught in possession by Toni Kroos. Good save.
First time really that Claudio Bravo's been extended. He comes across looking for Neymar. Danilo's header away, only as far as Jordi Alba. Neymar up against his fellow Brazilian, Danilo. Suarez, Iniesta. Sergio Roberto, no nerves at all in the heat of the Classico. Given away by James Rodriguez. Busquets knew that Iniesta was in behind. Jordi Alba will get up in support of Neymar. Great run by Jordi Alba, an important interception there by Varane. Barcelona corner.
Found this left-hand side, Kevin. They're causing all sorts of problems. Jordi Alba overlap with pace. Good ball to him. Super cross in. That's the save earlier. But that would have been a tap-in for Suarez in the 6-yard box. Lots of problems down the left-hand side for Real Madrid.
Neymar with the corner. Catching practice, didn't make a particularly good job of it. Navas releases Ronaldo. Now Benzema. It's a clash off the ball involving Dani Alves and Ronaldo. Not the first time they've had the coming together. I don't think there's much wrong with Dani Alves here. He's going to be looking at a yellow card when he gets up.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing, Kevin. Just like the previous incident. As I say, who would be a referee? Senor Fernandez Borbalán has got his work cut out. Lovely little 1-2. Ronaldo's going to continue. Dani Alves knows he's no chance, so he goes straight to the player. And he gets caught with the elbow. That's what it is. He gets caught with the elbow of Ronaldo.
And certainly it was Alves engineering the contact initially.
He's going to get the yellow card for it as well.
History tells us he doesn't have the highest of pain thresholds. Totally shaken up by that forearm from Ronaldo. And there's additional insult to injury for Dani Alves. He picks up the yellow to join the earlier one from James. There were 11 yellow cards in the last Classico in March. Barcelona winning 2-1 at the Camp Nou and 1-0 up here through Luis Suarez.
They're good value for it, Kevin, as well. They've 2 or 3 cut and thrust moments and one fabulous moment, which was the finish from Suarez. Should have had a second goal for me. Sergio Roberto blasted over the top, and Rakitic could have hit the target with another effort as well. But in the opening half an hour for me, Barcelona played the better and have settled down much quicker than the Real Madrid side, who look a little bit ring rusty.
Well, if Real Madrid fans want to hang on to a good omen, they were 1 down in this fixture last season. An early goal from Neymar after 4 minutes, and recovered to win 3-1 with goals from Ronaldo, Pepe and Benzema. Forward by Ramos. Calmly done by Busquets. Rakitic. Marcelo.
Going for a difficult pass, Marcelo. He could have led the ball up to Sergio Ramos, Kevin, and maybe the tension of the game's getting to them.
Certainly Real Madrid's front three haven't found a rhythm yet, not been allowed to find it. Occasionally Bale has drifted into that centre forward position to try and really support Benzema. Ronaldo has his usual floating role. He too likes to drift more and more in the latter years of his career into a genuine number 9 position. There's Bale again playing in the middle of the front three. Very tight there. Which will offer a lot of space here for Jordi Alba.
This is where they're getting the joy down the left side for me, Kevin. Neymar and Jordi Alba against Danilo is not a good combination. That's given away cheaply by Andres Iniesta.
Iniesta's foul on Modric.
I haven't seen an awful lot of Luka Modric. If they want to create, Kevin, you've got to get Modric on the ball.
Danilo, James. And Modric claiming he got the ball.
Well, he did
there with Rakitic.
He did, but it was the commitment. I think he went and he's launched into it. And Rakitic, to be fair to him, didn't make too much of the actual challenge. Yeah, he's late. That's a launch for me, and I think the referee's got that right.
Here's Iniesta. Neymar running again at Danilo. Now Busquets.
You know, there's so many Real Madrid players, Kevin, do not look match fit to me. You can see their touch, their movement, their acceleration. It's as if they've needed this opening 34, 35 minutes just to get into the game, and they haven't done enough.
Rakitic on the way back was Mario Piqué. Now Mathieu. Alba. Nice way to pass for Iniesta. Suarez trying to provide a similar one for Neymar. Marcelo.
Well, it's good play from Barcelona. They're preventing Real Madrid getting down that left-hand side. Marcelo looks really frustrated. And that's a poor pass from Danilo. There he is, the little man. What a sub to have on the bench if you need him. Just, you can see there's no communication there. The movement's not right. They're not on the same wavelength. They've got to sort this out very quickly, Real Madrid. Frustration there with Marcelo.
Dani Alves doing well. Suarez finding Sergio Roberto. Alves is down again.
There's an awful lot of play acting going on. There may have been contact, but how much contact only Dani Alves knows, and slowing the game down. And Barcelona were in possession, had a good attack building up on the right hand side. I think he's got caught in the follow through from Sergio Ramos. Looks like it's a back left leg. He flicks the back left leg, Sergio Ramos. That's what he catches him with.
James Rodriguez. Kroos. In between the lines, there was Ronaldo. James. And now Modric. Wait for the cross. Mathieu with a poor attempt to clear. Not a very good effort by Benzema, and that's what 6 games out does for your instincts in and around the opposition's goal for Karim Benzema. Jerry, that was a chance. Oh, mistake here by Bravo.
Oh my goodness.
Cleared by Mathieu.
Oh, he feels his shirt was pulled there, Claudio Bravo. But Kevin, that's the point I'm making. He is not match fit. That's a great opportunity to far post. He doesn't even make contact with it, Karim Benzema.
For a fixture like this, as you said earlier, Jerry, Rafa Benitez was always going to play his most experienced players. Not trust a Hesse out there instead of Benzema.
Well, he's doomed if he does, and he's doomed if he doesn't, Kevin, you know?
Yeah.
That's the problem, and he's got to pick what he feels is his best 11. And he's done that, but they're going to have to improve greatly if they're going to get back into this game.
Luka Modric carried really well by Suarez. Iniesta. Neymar onside. 2-0. Neymar doubles Barcelona's advantage, and it's a huge road back for redemption now for Real Madrid. They cut a sway through the Real Madrid defence again. No answer to it. 2-0 Barcelona in the Classico.
Well, it's cut and thrust once again, Kevin. There was hands went up for offside. I'm not sure Neymar was offside. Somebody else might have been, but it wasn't him. And you can see once again cut and thrust, and they really do pick their pockets. Let's have a look. Oh, is he level? It's a tight one, and it's Ramos is looking for the offside. The linesman doesn't feel he is. And that's the gamble you take, and he's doubled the lead. That's a massive advantage getting for half-time, Kevin. And Real Madrid haven't even got started. Cut the defence wide open, no chance for Navas. And the Pichichi extends the lead.
And it's those two again, Suarez and Neymar. Barcelona in a wonderful position here. Long after Karim Benzema had that chance at the far post at the other end, scuffed his attempt.
Well, that's the difference, Kevin. Players in form who are scoring goals and comfortable in front of goal, and players who haven't played in 5 or 6 games. Oh, it's just starting, the tense is starting to build up. Neymar gets a crack on the shins.
Fernandez bobble, and the referee was quick to step in there. Just have been a stamp on the hand of Neymar as he goes to ground here.
I don't think there's much wrong there. Is he standing him afterwards now? He looks like he's leaning offside, but Sergio Ramos' feet are inside the line and the feet of Neymar's outside the line. I think it's a good call.
Yeah, I think
it's a good call.
You can't raise the flag for that. He looked level.
But it's a terrible gamble to take, Kevin, when you're 1-0 down. You don't do that. I think they're clutching at straws at the moment. They need a goal now, Real Madrid, to get back into this game.
Here's Danilo. Modric. Varane. It's a Barcelona throw.
It's well played. Jordi Alba. Kicked it off Danilo.
Out of play. Real Madrid stay on the front foot. James Rodriguez with a throw. Toni Kroos. There's Marcelo. Almost got in a mess with Ronaldo. Real Madrid searching for a lift ahead of half-time. Badly need one. Kroos. Danilo. Given away by Varane. Here's Neymar.
It's cut and thrust on again, Kevin.
Suarez is free to his left. And he'll get there. Luis Suarez. decisive first half performance from Barcelona. To the delight, no doubt, of Luis Enrique in his 50th league game in charge of Barcelona. Was that treble last season. And now, the home of their arch rivals. 2-0 up. Goals from Suarez and Neymar.
Kevin playing out from the back again, and for me, Real Madrid players are a yard short. Every department they're a yard short. Barcelona's the team's on top, and the better football, have the right tactics. As I said earlier, there's too many Real Madrid players haven't played in such a long time. They don't look match fit to me. They don't look match fit.
A yard short against Barcelona, you're in trouble. This makes, from a Real Madrid perspective, painful viewing at the moment. In stark contrast, if your allegiance is to Barcelona.
But look at this, they're not pressing at the right time. They're going after the ball, has been passed, they're too late. Look at this, they're just playing their way through. Jordi Alba on the break again.
Barcelona in the mood to make it even more damaging. Neymar. Dani Alves. Suarez. He's away from Ramos. Just trying to cut back inside, and Ramos was able to make the challenge. Of course, we talked about Bale being out for a spell with injury, and Benzema. James Rodriguez, another who spent a lot of this season on the treatment table.
Some of the passing from Real Madrid there, Danilo's pass there was awful. They've got to keep possession better than that.
Players like Casemiro and Isco and Kessie all played a full part for Rafa Benitez's first season in charge of Real Madrid. It's the experienced heads back tonight. Being outplayed for much of this first half. We're into 2 minutes of stoppage time. Rakitic. Suarez. Rakitic disappointed his run wasn't fed there. This is Dani Alves. Now it is Rakitic. Look at the space he's got here. Blocked by Ramos. They need half-time badly here, Real Madrid. Alves.
I'm not sure if half-time's going to do any good for them, Kevin, because there's too many players. How are you going to get that match fitness, that extra yard? Really don't know what he's going to do, Rafa Benitez, but he's got his work cut out.
That match fitness doesn't return with a snap of the fingers. It has to be gradually built up.
Well, the momentum is definitely with Barcelona. They're playing some good football. They keep a possession better than Real Madrid. They're creating chances. They've created 6 or 7 chances, 2 or 3 really good chances, and they've taken 2 of them. And they're very, very much in control of this game as we wait for the half-time whistle, Kevin. Oh, brilliant.
Neymar away from Danilo, leaves him trailing. Suarez, Neymar, it's a brilliant approach there. Has it got a finish? Oh, it very nearly did. Rakitic denied on the follow-up. Hands to his head from Leo Messi. Neymar and Suarez at their brilliant best and denied by Marcelo. Last play of the half, Jerry.
It should have been 3-0, Kevin. Brilliant 1-2, Suarez. It's cut back here for Suarez. His shot is saved on the line by Marcelo, then a block. Rakitic has a shot and it's blocked by Varane. Look at this, headed off the line from Marcelo, and Varane gets his body in the way from the shot from Rakitic. It should have been 3-0, maybe even 4-0 for Barcelona, Kevin. Real Madrid have been totally outplayed in this first 45 minutes.
And that is the story of it. Real Madrid fortunate to be only behind by a couple of goals at the break. Furious reaction from their fans at the half-time whistle. Barcelona fans in Miami alongside those of Real Madrid. Stark contrast there. The lights are not firmly out on Real Madrid, but they might be come the end of this Classico. Luis Enrique's team 2-0 up at half-time.
That's right, well, there is huge pressure on the home side now. We're going to get the thoughts of Aitor Karanka and Thierry Henry after the break in this one. Real Madrid 2 goals down at the Bernabeu. Luis Suarez has scored his second El Clasico goal to give Barca a vital lead. Neymar then doubled it with his 12th La Liga goal this season. Real Madrid are coming up short. Analysis is next.
Sponsored by Bet365.
I'm taking this fight so serious you can't even imagine.
I'm the man in the division, and when I need to pull the shot out the fire, it always happens for me.
What a lineup. A dream team, you could say.
Carlsberg, official beer of the Barclays Premier League.
Uh-oh, shocker, 1%. Charger, anyone? Charger? Has she? Has she? Oh, it's the phone that's dying, not him. He's going to have to step on it now. Come on, big man, focus on some in-play action. Oh, choice. Loving your work. And a little shimmy into the bet slip. He's pulled the trigger and wallop. Oh, well played, handsome. Who's this? Oh, sorry, love. Our new iPhone app. So quick, so easy, so download it now. Paddy Power, you're welcome.
Play map packs 30 days early, only on PlayStation 4. For the players.
Who's up for a video and getting in some corned beef?
Yes!
Grab the door, mate. That'll be the asparagus quiches.
Why does it always taste so good the next day?
Let's go home and order in some couscous.
There have always been times when only Domino's will do.
Greatness from Domino's.
The all-new Skoda Superb range from €27,395. Skoda. Simply clever.
I'm just a regular dad. But to him, I guess I'm a bit of a superhero. Side by side, we're taking down the bad guys. All in a day's work. Headache, there's no time for that. Pain, you're toast. There's still a day to save.
So when you want pain gone fast, Panadol Actifast has a unique formula and is absorbed 2 times faster than standard paracetamol tablets.
Panadol Actifast. When pain is gone, life takes its place.
This Christmas at HMV and Extravision, we're all about gaming.
Awesome!
This Xbox One bundle includes Star Wars Battlefront and Star Wars Trilogy on Blu-ray for just $389.99. Save $129.99. When it's gone, it's gone. Find your perfect gift this Christmas at